Since I heard the recipe title, my mouth has been watering. Dyan Damron's back with us. It's a fine time for fresh blackberries, and you've got a blackberry crisp that we're doing today.
That's right. It's perfect summertime recipe for these juicy blackberries. And honestly, this recipe could be made year-round if you wanted to use frozen fruit or any type of seasonal fruit. But we've got some delicious blackberries here, and what we're going to do is, to add a little bit of sweetness, is add some diced peaches. And this is great because we don't have to add too much sugar to it. So alrighty. And then just a little bit of maple syrup. That's all the sugar that we're going to add to it. And then we're adding some cornstarch. This is what's going to give us that kind of syrupy texture to it. And so what you'd want to do is just let this, we're going to kind of mix this up really well. And a little bit of vanilla.
Vanilla, all right.
Yeah, and you just want to mix this up, and what we're going to do is let it sit for about 30 minutes or so, because you really want that cornstarch to kind of macerate in the berries and kind of get that nice thickness. So we'll set this aside, and what we're going to do is work on my favorite part, is the crisp.
Oh, okay.
So what we've got here is some oats and some whole wheat flour, if you want to add those.
Any particular type of oats?
It's just the old-fashioned oats, so it's like the long cooking, the oats in the tub that you'll get, and then some whole wheat flour.
All right.
And I'm big on texture. So what we're going to add are some almonds to this, some finely diced almonds.
Okay, alrighty.
And then some salt and cinnamon.
Alrighty. How is this different from a typical cobbler?
Well, this has, and I did a little bit of research before I came, the crisp actually includes oats and or nuts. So this is a crisp. Cobblers and crumbles typically have more like a biscuit or a doughy type texture. So yeah, and this is good because it adds some whole grains as well as some protein with the nuts. So what we're going to do is, you'll want to mix these really, really well, and then all of what we're going to do is add some maple syrup again for a little bit of natural sweetness, and then I add a mixture of butter and canola oil. So we're going to add that in, and what you do is you just mix it up really, really well. And if you're at home, I'm not going to judge you if you use your hands. And you just really want to get in there and get it really nice. And you just want to make sure everything's really well incorporated, and it's just going to be kind of a consistent topping. So what we'll do is we'll pretend that has been sitting for 30
minutes.
And then we'll add a little bit, and see what this recipe is perfect, because what we're using is cast iron. And cast iron goes from the oven to the grill to tabletop perfectly. And I'm a Southern girl, and my granny cooked almost everything in cast iron, and I think this is just perfect for the grill. So what we'll do is just add a little bit. You'll want to spray these cast irons, and you can use these little mini. Are adorable.
They are cute.
They make 6 of these, or if you want to use the regular, the 8-inch size, it'll make 1 of those. Yeah, so we just add a little bit of fruit.
And as you put these in this cast iron deal, there is a big event that you're about to be a part of.
So it is the cast iron cook-off, and it is at the Chattanooga market, and then you'll just crumble a little bit of that on top.
Just a little bit like that.
And that's perfect. And they'll cook everything on cast iron, so you get to come and watch. It's a free event, and you can come and watch all the professional chefs make all kinds of good stuff on cast iron.
All right, so they can come and watch and be a part of this, and at least look at it. But these are professional chefs from across the country?
Yes, from Chattanooga area. But they'll make everything. They have to get all their ingredients from the market, which is really great. You know, using seasonal market fresh ingredients. So we'll let this cook. It cooks about 20 to 30 minutes for the mini ones, and again, you can do it on the oven or like indirect heat on the grill.
Or get the kids involved and maybe do a campfire. Could you do that in the Dutch oven?
You could certainly, yes, absolutely, absolutely. And then while that bakes, we're going to make our topping. And because if we're outside, you know, ice cream obviously isn't going to work, and then also whipped cream would probably kind of fall apart. So we have my favorite ingredient, which is Greek yogurt. And we're going to add, the only refined sugar is powdered sugar and some cinnamon and a little bit of vanilla, and just mix it up, and you can top it off with that.
And it looks like that when everything is said and done. You've got that, and then a dollop of that mixture there, and you're in great shape. As always, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
You can find more recipes and info on the Lodge Cast Iron Cook-Off at the Chattanooga Market on August 26th on Dyan's website. We will link you to CoachDconsulting.com.